Namaste, and welcome to the Savitri series, part 14, From the Mother. A line from Savitri constantly haunts or assails me. It's when the Lord proposes that she come live a blissful life above, and she replies, "No, there are still too many battles to wage on earth." That went deep into me, and it returns each time difficulties arise, as if to say, don't complain, and there are plenty. From Savitri. I climb not to thy everlasting day, even as I have shunned thy eternal night. To me, who turn not from the terrestrial way, give back the other self my nature asks. Thy spaces need him not to help their joy. Earth needs his beautiful spirit, made by thee, to fling delight down like a net of gold. Earth is the chosen place of mightiest souls. Earth is the heroic spirit's battlefield, the forge where the archmason shapes his works. Thy servitudes on earth are greater, King, than all the glorious liberties of heaven. The heavens were once to me my natural home. I too have wandered in star-jeweled groves, paced sun-gold pastures and moon-silver swards, and heard the harping laughter of their streams, and lingered under branches dripping myrrh. I too have reveled in the fields of light, touched by the ethereal raiment of the winds. Thy wonder rounds of music I have trod, lived in the rhyme of bright, unlaboring thoughts. I have beat swift harmonies of rapture vast, danced in spontaneous measures of the soul, the great and easy dances of the gods. Oh, fragrant are the lanes thy children walk, and lovely is the memory of their feet amid the wonder flowers of paradise. A heavier tread is mine, a mightier touch. There, where the gods and demons battle in night, or wrestle on the borders of the sun, taught by the sweetness and the pain of life, to bear the uneven, strenuous beat that throbs against the edge of some divinest hope, to dare the impossible with these pangs of search. In me, the spirit of immortal love stretches its arms out to embrace mankind. Too far thy heavens for me from suffering men. Imperfect is the joy not shared by all. Oh, to spread forth, oh, to encircle and seize more hearts till love in us has filled the world. O life, the life beneath the wheeling stars, for victory in the tournament with death, for bending of the fierce and difficult bow, for flashing of the splendid sword of God. O thou, who soundest the trumpet in the lists, part not the handle from the untried steel. Take not the warrior with his blow unstruck. Are there not still a million fights to wage? 27 June 1962. In the history of Earth, whenever there was a possibility for the consciousness to manifest, I was there. This is a fact. It's like the story of Savitri. Always there, always there, always there. In this one, that one. At certain times, there were 4 emanations simultaneously. At the time of the Italian and French Renaissance, and again at the time of Christ. Then too, oh, you know, I have remembered so many, many things. It would take volumes to tell it all. And then, more often than not always, but more often than not, what took part in this or that life was a particular yogic formation of the vital being. In other words, something immortal. And when I came this time, as soon as I took up the yoga, they came back again from all sides. They were waiting. Some were simply waiting. Others were working. They led their own independent lives, and they all gathered together again. That's how I got these memories. One after the other, those vital beings came. A deluge. I had barely enough time to assimilate one, to see, situate, and integrate it, and another would come. They are quite independent, of course. They do their own work, but they are very centralized, all the same. And there are all kinds, anything you can imagine. Some of them have even been in men. They are not exclusively feminine. At first, I used to think they were fantasies. Before I met Sri Aurobindo, they would come and come and come to me, night after night, and sometimes during the day, a mass of things. Afterwards, I told Sri Aurobindo about it, and he explained to me that it was quite natural. And indeed, it is quite natural. With the present incarnation of the Mahashakti, as he described it in Savitri, whatever is more or less bound up with her wants to take part. That's quite natural. And it's particularly true for the vital. There has always been a preoccupation with organizing, centralizing, developing, and unifying the vital forces and controlling them. But there's a considerable number of vital beings, each with its own particular ability, who have played their role in history and now return. But this one, the tall white being, is not of human origin. It was not formed in a human life. It is a being that had already incarnated and is one of those who presided over the formation of this present being.